one. So this is going to be a charm spotlight, piece spotlight kind of thing on this figurine that I made. So I posted this on Instagram and Crafty Amino, and a lot of people said that they did want to see me talk about how I made it, what the process was, and go into more detail on it. So that's what I'm doing today. So this piece was actually made for the woman that runs or is the Crafty Little Ninja on Instagram. I think her shop is also from that title, and she has an Etsy. So recently she sent me a package with loads of her stuff, and I got really inspired. And she was at the time I made this, she was expecting her baby daughter, and I wanted to make her a cute little figurine to celebrate her birth. So her name is Aria, which is written on the side there. And yeah, this just popped into my head, and for some reason I was doing a lot of custom cupcakes, so I was sort of in a very inspired mood to do something a little bit different. So I just sat down and did this. So I'm just going to take you through what I did, how I did it, and the colours and all the processes. So I hope you enjoy this video. So this is what the figurine looks like up close. Now I am no good at figurines, this is not my forte, but I felt like I wanted to do this idea, so I just went with it. So I wasn't very prepared, and this isn't really neat. So I may redo something like this in the future, but for now I am proud of it, but it is not perfect. So it's on this purple base, and all these colours are the Fimo pastel colours, so I'll leave all of the names and numbers down below for you if you want to have a look. So this is just on a flat disc, which was not perfect, as you can see here, and I didn't have a cutter that was big enough, so I had to use the lid off of something, you know, a beauty product I had, which left these little ridges, which I actually really like. I love the way it looks. It may not be the neatest thing in the world, but I actually really like the way it looks. I think it gives it character. So as I mentioned earlier, her daughter's name is Aria, which probably sounds really weird in a British accent, but yeah, so I put that on here. I actually really wanted to put it in white. I didn't want to make it silver, but I went shopping like 3 different times to find a white paint pen, and I couldn't find one anywhere, so I had to settle for silver. It does sort of match the silver micro marbles, but I would have much preferred it to be white, and it's not streaky, but it just doesn't look completely opaque. I did go over it twice, so that's a bit of a bummer, but it's still cute. I just wish it was in white rather than silver. So what I started with was the base. So I made the base, so I had a size reference for everything else, and then I made the little cupcake. So the little cupcake is just a pink base, what I like to call a bald top, and then I put this tiny little piece of hair, like a kind of Superman piece of hair, to make it look like a baby, because I realised it looked a bit, I was actually going to put icing on it, but I thought actually the kind of like bald thing is kind of like a baby thing, isn't it? They come out with not a lot of hair on their head, so I thought I'd just put this tiny little piece of icing or chocolate or whatever you want to call it on, and I think it looks so cute. Yeah, I just think it's absolutely adorable. And then I made this little dummy, which actually, I don't know if you can quite see that, but it's not like a solid, this bit isn't solid, it's got a hole in the middle. So the way I did that was I rolled out a circle for the base of the dummy, and then I rolled out a snake, and then I blended it and attached it, so it looks like you could literally pull it out of its mouth, which is really cute, because I wanted to put a lot of detail into this. I didn't want it to just be like a dummy, like a little circle with like a little blob on the front. I wanted it to be really cool, so this took me rather a long time, as you can imagine, and it's not perfect, but I love the way it came out. I think it looks really, really, really cute, so I'm really happy with that part. So as for the blocks, they turned out better than I thought they were going to, actually, but if I was going to do this again, I would have pre-baked them, which is what I was going to do, but I didn't really have time, so I would have made them and then pre-baked them and then stacked them, because this stack, you can clearly tell one of them's smushed in the middle, where they've all been really soft clay, and I've just like pressed them down on here. It's kind of cute though. It does give it kind of like their plushy feel to it, so they'd be like little plushy blocks rather than wooden blocks, but I was going for something a bit more solid, but that doesn't matter. So I painted on the alphabet as best I could, and I had to figure out what letters were underneath and on top and all that stuff. So I think I did it properly, but I'm probably not right. But yeah, the paint job actually went better than I was expecting. I haven't painted something on a piece in ages, so I was quite proud of that. So that's just painted on with white acrylic paint. And before anyone asks, I didn't want to paint this on with white acrylic paint because it's like quite large. Something like this is quite easy, because I just used a dotting tool, or like a dotting / needle tool, because you can get a lot of paint on it and do the letter really small, and it's really easy, whereas things like this start to get a bit streaky, which it is already, but you know what I mean. So yeah, so that's what the blocks are, and they're just a blue colour. And then this is actually from a mould. I just randomly got this when I bought some moulds, and my mum thought it was like a rattle, like a baby rattle, which I suppose it is as well. It does look like one, but it is the female sign, so it's the circle with the cross at the end instead of the circle with the arrow at the end. and this is in mint, and then I added some silver micro marbles, which I really like, but in baking the colour got a little bit distorted, so it looks slightly green. They've all got that sort of tinted colour to them, so again, not too happy with this part, but I am happy with the paint job and the cupcake, and I don't really mind the blocks, but everything else I think I'd redo. But yeah, so everyone said, well, not everyone, but a lot of people said that they wanted to see a piece spotlight or a charm update or whatever, so here it just is. This is the final product, and I will be sending this to Leanne very soon. So I am pretty proud of this, and I will hopefully be doing more cupcake figurines because they are really fun to make. This piece took me around 2 to 3 hours, depending on if you want to count glazing, you know, assembly, all that stuff, paint jobs and stuff, but I would say 2 to 3 hours. So let me know what you think of this in the comments down below, and if you have any ideas for little figurines you want to see me make in the future, because like I said, I really want to make more of these. They are really fun. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you want to see more videos. If you want to see my last video, then click on the screen right now, and don't forget to check out all of my social media and my shop as well. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Goodbye.